Okay. Well, let me first of all say that we were extremely disappointed last week with our performance. There's no question that we did not play like we practice. And one of the things I always talk to our team about is you will play like you practice, and we certainly didn't do that. We played with a lot of stress on us and didn't perform very well. And again, I don't want to take anything away from Tulsa because they're an excellent football team. They lost the #1 team in the nation the week before, but you can see that they're a very, very good football team. But as I keep telling our team, more games are lost than won. And I just believe that we had our chances to make it a much better football game than the result was. And you look at the game. We're on the 15-yard line going in, and we drop a pass. If we catch it, we make a first down for sure and possibly score. But we drop the ball, have to kick a field goal. So kick a field goal, make it 3-0. We get down again on the 31-yard line, and we miss a field goal that's very uncharacteristic of Cairo Santos. And then we get down on the 35, and we fumble the ball. Luckily, we recover it. We missed a block, and we were trying to run a reverse and didn't get it off, fumbled. But then we throw an interception on that series. And so instead of getting down, maybe scoring again, we get nothing out of it. They go take 6 plays, and they get in the end zone just before half, with about 2 minutes to go. So it's 10-3 at half. Very easily could have been probably 3-3 at half. Then we start the second half. They take the second half kickoff, and they go 9 plays and score a touchdown at 17-3. And we're still in the game. Go down, 27-yard line, miss a field goal again. Okay. And I've never seen Cairo miss 2 field goals since he's been here in practice or a game. And then we get down again, down to the 15-yard line. Chance to score again, and we fumble the ball, get 0 points out of it. So, we could have and should have scored more points. We could have and should have made it a better football game, but we didn't. And that's the sad thing about the game. Defensively, I thought we showed improvement. I thought from the week 1 to week 2, I thought we showed a lot of progress, particularly in the signaling and getting lined up and getting ready to play. I thought we did a nice job. I thought we played really hard. I thought we did a good job that first half. Unfortunately, we gave them too many opportunities. We got an interception. We got a fumble. We had 2 sacks. I think we lead the league in sacks right now. We're doing a nice job of pressuring. They were only 4 of 13 on third downs. That was good for our football team. It got us off the field, something we didn't do a week ago. They had 4 explosive plays, and obviously the 1 quarterback run hurt us a little bit. Offensively, we regressed from the first week. I thought we went backwards. We threw an interception, which is uncharacteristic of Griff. We had 2 fumbles. We had 3 sacks. They put a lot of pressure on us. First week, we didn't have any turnovers. And then this week, we turned the ball over a bunch. On third down, we were 5 of 20. We had a lot of drops, and that took us out of drives. We only had 1 explosive play. That's the one to Marfisi. A week before, we had 7 explosive plays. So we just didn't perform very well. Special team-wise, didn't get any punt returns. Their guy did a great job of kicking it high and making us fair catch it. Punting-wise, Ginsburg did a nice job. He averaged 46 yards a punt. Unfortunately, we had a return average of 11.5. We missed a couple tackles on the ones that did return. Our kickoff return was okay, 17-8. Our kickoff coverage was poor. Part of that was because of poor kicks. We had really poor kicks, again, uncharacteristic. And they averaged 27 yards, put us in bad field position. Then we missed the 2 field goals, like I mentioned. Overall, I was not pleased that we weren't a more competitive football team. I thought we were going to play well. I thought we were well prepared. I thought we matched up well enough to give them a heck of a football game, and it probably looked a lot worse than it really was. I just felt that we didn't handle the pressure very well. It was a big game. It was a league game. It was a division game. It was a home game, and we let the pressure get to us. And maybe that's my fault for putting too much pressure on them. So I'll take the blame for that. Alabama, Birmingham coming up. They lost to Florida last week, 39 to nothing. And obviously Florida, like Oklahoma the week before, is an outstanding team, so you can't be deceived by the score. Florida's a top 20 team. It is our second conference game. It's our first game on the road. Should be interesting. I feel we match up good, and we got to play good. Two game captains for this week, Harris Howard and Josh Smith. They're both from actually Georgia, but close enough to Alabama to make them the captains, and they've done a nice job, by the way. Injury report, it's already been passed out, and we've talked about the policy, so no questions there. Anything you need to ask? Nobody wants to ask any questions. That's good. I could leave and go have lunch, okay? Is that it? Oh, okay.
I want to ask you two questions. First of all, at the end of the first half, explain the decision making to, I think, basically just to run out the clock, because I thought you might have been timeout, you might have been able to take a shot down the field and, call a timeout and maybe try to take a field goal as opposed to. And also, how do you explain to the fans the difference between Saturday and last year? Because it seems similar to some of the games last year where you guys were very competitive in the first half and made some mistakes, and the score should have been different, like you said. And then it ends up in the second half where it was a lopsided margin. Yeah.
Well, maybe because in the second half we tried to throw the ball and do some things, and it got us more trouble. And that's one of the reasons I didn't do it just prior to half. We had a play. If we would have made a first down, got better field position, I might have taken more shots. I just didn't feel that I wanted to give them another opportunity to score before half. I'd rather go in 10-3 than go in 17-3 at half. And I felt we were in a good position to come out second half and play, and that's why I did what I did. The other thing is we're always looking for answers too. Why did we not perform well the second half? We're still a working in progress type thing. So I don't know. I can't answer that. Hopefully we'll find the answer. Yeah, we struggle. Particularly our tackles. One's a sophomore redshirt, and one's a junior, and they both struggle. Their defensive ends. It was a bit of a mismatch, to be honest with you. They were more physical than we were, and our guys, we ended up having to chip guys with our backs, and then when you chip guys, you can't get them out in pass routes, and then they've got 7 guys defending 3, and it makes it tough on you. So it's a catch-22. We got to get better.
Having watched your first conference game and how you looked at offensive line and the way that it went, are you more concerned about maybe having a run-based approach and maybe not having the quick hits that you maybe had last year to protect what you want?
No, I think we got to do what we got to do. They got to get better, and depending on who we're playing, we've got to help those guys depending on who's playing on the other side of them. Pick out who the best guy is and maybe help that one guy. We can't help everybody. I mean, you got to play football, and we just got to keep doing what we're doing and get better at it. Well, we're trying to play the best 5 guys right now, and we just don't have a lot of people. That's our problem. We lost 3 linemen in the off season, and that hurt us tremendously. But they could have helped us depth wise and maybe played, but that's the way it is. So we got what we got right now.
How did guys like Ronaldo play?
He gave up a couple explosive plays, and he played a lot of plays. Having not played for a while, being out for a couple of weeks. But I think all in all, he's very athletic. He's got a lot of potential, a lot of ability, and he's got to keep playing and learn from the mistakes he made and get better. But he's definitely a real good prospect.
Did playing him answer questions for you or present more questions for you?
Well, what happens is you play veteran guys that have had experience, and then guys get hurt, and then you're playing a freshman again, So, freshmen make mistakes, but I think he's a talented guy, and, hopefully he'll learn from those mistakes and learn rapidly so he doesn't make the same mistakes.
Are there any other positions that are pretty, hotly contested at this point after 2 years from your
Well, I think the receiver position, we can't drop balls, so receiver position, we got to get open, got to get off jams, press coverage. you know, that's concerned. You know, those other positions, you know, we got what we got. You know, we just got to get better at it.
And then, as you look at UAB, in some ways, these programs are similar. You know, they're both desperate to win this season. Sort of characterize where they're at and where you guys think you're at.
Well, I think they're at the same place we're at. They're desperate, like you said. They've had kind of the same record we've had the last few years, and they're looking for a win. It's their first home game. It's their first league game. They're coming off a difficult game in Florida, and you know, they think they're better than what they showed, and obviously we feel we're better than what we showed last week. So I think it'll be a heck of a football game, and the one that wins is still hanging pretty tough. The one that loses is going to get behind the 8 ball a little bit. You know, there's a lot of football left. We got 11 football games left, and we're 1-1. There's a lot of teams that are 0-2. You know, I wouldn't want to be standing up here and being Charlie right now. You know what I'm saying?
Having gone back and looking at the film, obviously after the game, it's hard to tell. The lack of running game, how much do you think that hurt your ability to throw at the top, and how much of that was the backs versus, you know, your space?
Well, I think the first of all, the thing that we did is we tried to take some shots early to get them off us, and then try to run the ball, kind of to answer that other question. You know, so we tried to take some shots, and we didn't hit them, but we tried to back them off and then run the ball, and then you get behind a little bit, and then all of a sudden you got to get out of your plan and you do different things. But run game wise, again, you know, we felt that we had some things we can do. If you look at the stats, it's not good because sacks come off there. That reversed that we ran, you got lost yardage, and then, you know, we were running off right tackle and reversed our field and ran all over the place and fumbled the ball. So the yardage things, you know, again, those are deceiving, I think. You know, you got to look at when you ran the ball and how efficient you were when you really did it. And, you know, we did some good things. They're a good football team. You know, let's not take anything away from Tulsa. They're a good football team.
Do you feel like in the first half that you ran more than you wanted to?
We probably could have ran the ball more, to be honest with you. But, again, we tried to take some shots early, which gets you out of some sync. You know, you instead of trying to make first downs, you're trying to score touchdowns. And you know, I think you could always run the ball better than what it shows. You know.
Coach, Griffin goes to the manning camp, you know, during the off season. You said he looked good in practice before the start of the season. After his performance on Saturday, are you concerned or are you disappointed? What do you say about his performance, especially in the first half, because you had some shots early in the game. I think there was one play where he missed a guy down the middle and he kicked the field goal in the first quarter, and then there was a guy open down the field, I think, and he overthrew that pass as well. So are you concerned? Are you disappointed? What are your thoughts about Griffin's performance?
Well, I think if you ask him, he'll tell you he could have performed better too. You know, like the little swing to Darkwa. I mean, we overthrew that. That's a first down. We got to punt the football. He was off a little bit, and I think, to be honest with you, he's such a competitive guy, and he wants to win so bad. He's stressed, and he was under pressure a little bit, and he didn't perform as well as he could or should as well. But he did miss some balls. I thought he felt pressure from up front, and I think that hurt him a little bit. We didn't give him a lot of time to throw the football. When he had time, he threw it pretty well. But you know, I think again, if you talk to him, he's not pleased with what he did either. He made some mistakes. You know, it's interesting. When you're in the stands, you see the obvious mistakes. We all see the ones that happen. You don't see the mistakes that we as coaches or players see. And we all made a bunch of mistakes that were uncharacteristic of us. Like I said, we didn't play like we practiced. And that was the surprising thing to me. And why? You know, that's interesting. Why?
I know that you were saying this on the media day. This is your first time at the company that you were actually calling plays.
Mm-hmm. Right.
How would you assess, I guess, your self-scout, the way you call plays? You look back at tape and kind of impress what you did because
Sure.
how do you assess how you did in this game?
Well, we always do that. We self-scout. You know, Doug Lichtenberger is the guy that does it for us offensively. We look at our formations, look at the plays, what we called in what situations. But, you know, we had a game plan, and I try to stick to that game plan as best as we could. We all sit in there together and formulate the game plan. I call the plays, so I'm ultimately responsible. When they don't work, it's my fault, you know. Coaches can't throw passes and block and run, but they can try to give the kids the best opportunity to win. And maybe I failed there then because we didn't win. this new deal, walking around with a microphone.
I know. Your biggest, I guess, concern with UAB, what's your step?
Well, I think the big concern is us. You know, I mean, we look at the game, we see Florida, and we say, hey, you know, they got beat 39-0. You know, we can't take anybody lightly. You know, we got to worry about us. We got to perform. Like last week, if we would have performed and executed, that would have been a heck of a football game. I really believe that. Now, whether we would have won or not still remains to be seen, but we would have made it a heck of a football game. We've got to worry about ourselves. That's what worries me. We've got to perform. We've got to do in the game what we do in practice. They've got to do what they've been taught to do, not different things. And that really showed up. It was glaring during the course of the game. You know, we got guys running routes that, why? I don't know, Coach. What do you do? Why'd you do that? I don't know, Coach. So there's something we got to go back and simplify or do something, practice better, or put less stress and pressure on them, or something, because we just didn't perform well.
Yeah, that specific group is young. They get to be the receiving group, and
Yeah.
they're young, and
Right.
maybe there were instances where they weren't gaining separation, things that
Right.
Ryan Grant might have done with the.
Correct.
There's really nothing more than reps, right?
Just keep going. That's all you can do. What do they say? Keep working. You know, you just keep working. And you know, again, if you want to blame anyone, blame me then. You know, I'll take the blame. I'm the head coach.
What do you avoid, like a hangover after something like this?
Well, I think it's first of all, it's not browbeating them to death. You know, we got to go back and say, hey, these are things we did good. These are the things we got to work on. And you know, we got to go out and practice with a purpose, and then we got to take it to the game field. You know, we had a good meeting Sunday. We gave them yesterday off, which that's our procedure this year is give them Monday off. So I think they got to come back today, and we pretty much have a plan in place already. We've worked on that. So now we got to go and practice the plan and try to get better and improve in the areas that we were deficient. Anything else? Thank you.